So retailers will no doubt be hoping that the crucial pre-Christmas trading period, including Black Friday sales, will provide a much-needed boost. Well, let's talk to Jasmine Birtles, the money expert and financial journalist. Good to see you, Jasmine. Welcome back to the programme.
Hi.
So let's talk about Black Friday. It used to be a day, then it turned into a week, and now it's practically a month-long extravaganza for some retailers. Is this good news for their sales, or does it just bring shopping fatigue?
Well, it's a good point. I think it does bring some shopping fatigue, frankly. However, Black Friday, as you say, the month practically of Black Friday, is probably the biggest shopping time of the year. The run up to Christmas, New Year sales, and February with Valentine's Day. That's the golden triangle for retailers. And certainly I can see from my inbox, from press releases I've been getting for the last couple of weeks at least, retailers are really going for it because, as you say, the retail figures are pretty sad at the moment. And what we're hearing is that people are finally planning on not spending as much at Christmas as they have done in the past few years.
So the golden triangle, you call it, it's a crucial period for retailers, this, isn't it, before Christmas. If they're not making money now, what could that mean for them?
Well, honestly, we could be seeing quite a few closures come January. You know, as we know, after the big financial crash, we did have a spate of big closures of big names, mostly in January, because they couldn't manage. And essentially, I'm thinking particularly of high street retailers, when they realized they weren't going to really be able to pay their rents. They had to close. So this is what we're potentially looking at. And I think, you know, this shows a wider situation that we have in the country, that although we've seen inflation go down, and the government has sort of said it's, you know, all up to them. Of course, it wasn't, but you know, they like to say that was because of their actions. What I think we're potentially looking at now really is recession. And I personally am more concerned about the spectre of recession, which is already happening really in real time in some European countries. Germany, for example, has been in recession for a little while. And we are potentially looking at this for next year. And I'm more concerned about that than I am about inflation, frankly.
When we look at these latest retail sales figures in the UK, already showing a drop when a rise had been expected, is this the cost of living crisis? People blame the weather, people spending less. What do you think it's down to?
Yes, I do think it's a cost of living crisis. I think, you know, just normal living costs have gone up. We are potentially seeing lower energy costs this winter, absolutely. But lots of other costs have gone up. And of course, for those who own their own homes, who have a mortgage, they are very worried about paying their mortgages. And that's happening every month, that more and more people are coming out of fixed rate deals, which were at really very pleasant low rates from before, and suddenly seeing a massive jump to 4.5–5% that they're having to pay nowadays for their mortgages. So I think there's generally a sense that we need to just pull our belts in. People are not so embarrassed about saying, well, we're not going to be spending so much this Christmas. So that's sort of having a knock-on effect across the country, I think.
Jasmine, good to talk to you today. Thank you for joining us. That's Jasmine Birtles, the money expert and financial journalist.